We know for sure. We know for a fucking sure that Yuji is new to this completely. You don't know the things about Megumi, what he's done with the main section before this. You don't.
Everyone else. So let me get this right. Everyone else that we see use the domain expansion has.
Everyone else has been doing it before.
Has is incomplete. It has a name. But
yes.
It's incomplete.
Lonnie.
Whether his name was incomplete or not, it would still be Chimero's. Like, it'll be the same name. He has knowledge of the ability.
Lonnie, hold on.
He has knowledge of the ability.
It's not confusing. He knows about it.
He has knowledge of his abilities. There's been people who used it before, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we talking about?
All right, what's the next one? We got top tier moments. This is where we gonna glaze some of the best moments. When it comes to JJK, when it comes to anime and manga, one thing that stands out typically is if you have great moments that stand the test of time, that is memorable in terms of people's mind, that they can reference consistently. Like, obviously, the best moments are good moments, but how does this translate in terms of like all-time top tier moments? How does JJK execute those moments? What are our thoughts?
I think JJK has a bunch of memorable moments that a lot of people talk about. Like this one's like relatively small, but it subverted everyone's expectation when Sukuna and Mayuto laughed at Itadori. Like, that's not like a major moment, but like that's a moment that sticks out to people. Like, oh shoot, it's not Kurama, even though the thing was never said to be Kurama, like obviously, but it was just one of those things that reinforced this dude is evil. Like, he's evil. He was like, I ain't helping you. And he started laughing. That's such a memorable moment. Obviously, Gojo versus Sukuna is crazy. Mayuto versus Itadori, Maki's clan slaughter. I feel like the moments are crazy. Sukuna taking over Megumi's body when it happened. Like that midpoint shift in the chapter where he's like in Chan, that shit was crazy. I think there's a lot of like peak moments. I'll probably give it, say like a 9. The moments are crazy.
How about this other little one that's been memed to death? When in season 2, Sukuna shows up and he's like, he basically I can't remember exactly what he says, but he forces everybody to freeze while the meteor's coming.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
And everybody just like and you see the people memeing like, if you're a human, then Panda takes off and just leaves everybody.
Not
else
only that, not I'd win is like literally iconic. Like, it's actually like it's iconic. Like it's
JJK's left its mark. It's clearly left its mark on the fan base. You so many. Gojo looked like he just hit the strongest dope of all time after coming back. And he's just like losing his mind basically as he's about to fight Toji again. There's a lot of great moments. I'm with Ty. Give it an 8 or a 9 because
I'll say 8.5.
8.5. Okay. Miles, what do you think?
They kind of named all the moments, but I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay. And Serena?
I'd give it a 9 too. I mean, there's a reason why people can't stop talking about JJK, or when it was coming out, there was like a viral moment every other chapter. Even the controversial Yuta taking over Gojo, that was huge. And I think Gojo's death, all sorts of things were shocking. And I think Gege really does try to do something new with JJK. Whether it works out or not, you're gonna remember it. You're gonna want to talk to other people about it. So I say a 9.
Yeah, Drink More Water also named another great one because that was also memed when Gojo was talking about how much he is him, basically, standing on the building. Like, JJK, if nothing else, they have a lot of iconic moments. Very few manga can translate such huge moments that go like viral. Absolutely. Gege kills when it comes to those moments to make it very memorable, to make it interesting. I would say 9 as well. I think they nail it out of the park when it comes to these amazing moments. I mean, Gojo's the most glazed character in this modern history for a reason. So those moments add up.
I just want to say the fact that nobody has mentioned Nanami's walk is kind of disappointing.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I'm just saying that is.
I wasn't the target audience for that, Santo. I don't know what to tell you.
Are you talking about the ponytail moment?
Let it go.
I'm saying the walk was meant for women. It was not meant for me. That's what I'm saying.
It's meant for everyone.
It's when he grabs the hair.
The walk in the ponytail grab. That's for Shaw. That's for
Lonnie.
I'm the fan who was serviced. I'm not gonna complain.
Just know that I understand that hurt people hurt people. I love you.
Yeah.
What did I said that was meant for the women. That was not.
No. The walk was chill. It's the ponytail grab. That's where we lose it. That's where we're not the target audience anymore. He grabbed that dude with devious intentions, and you didn't know what they were gonna be. That's what happened.
Why? I think y'all talking about when this nigga was dying. He was walking through the hallway. Y'all talking about when he grabbed dude by the.
Yeah, that went viral.
Yeah, this dude's like shoulder blades. I was like, damn,
bro. I've seen T-shirts of that. People reenacted at cons. I'm just like, bro.
Or the stand proud you're strong got memed to death too. Like,
also the moment where, well, before we get to that, let me read off the super chat. Shout out Jaden. He sent us $2 super chat. He said, shout out y'all for getting me through Tuesdays at work. That's what we do here. Appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate you. You're also a member, so you're a dog. Bro. Shout out Jaden, man. Not only did that get memed to death, but like probably one of the biggest memes in like the 21st century at this point is when Nanami and Yuji were jumping Mahito. Like everybody uses that meme when someone's getting jumped. Like that's super iconic. And Yuji, obviously, his walk down to Mahito was also very iconic as well.
That song, Where You Go, I Go. Where you, come on, y'all seen like 50 years with that song.
They drove that into the ground.
I think that's another reason JJK stands out. They said, we know how to jump people correctly. And they did it a lot.
They call it jump.
Anytime Yuji was about to get beat, showed up and they just started jumping somebody. And not Toji, Toto. Every time. Also, Toto making Jennifer Lawrence like really. Everybody was just like, let's just look up Jennifer Lawrence for some reason. And I'm like, hey man, he really beat up Megumi because he didn't like the girl he liked. That's crazy.
You know, so funny is that whole Itadori that I'm used to seeing. You know, when Adele her song where she said, "Here you go, I go." So I saw this meme that showed someone flipping burgers and someone said Adele if Itadori didn't exist.
Wow.
That's wild.
Wow.
That is
Say
crazy.
that about the diva. Wow.
That was funny. That was hilarious.
Lonnie, did you give yours? I don't think you did.
I'll give it a 9. It would have gone a 10, if I heard Yuji's domain expansion name or something like that.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, Santo on the soundboard. Yeah.
If it was called Happy.
I don't care what if it was called something.
Lane Trail. Like y'all be like, boo.
We can name dojos. We can name Yutas. We know his Bankai's name. With Naruto, we know his Rasen God's name. What does Yuji got besides Black?
I will say it would have been a 10 for me too.
Lonnie.
When I'm playing the video game, when I'm playing the next video game for JJK. And that shit says, and
Lonnie,
I use
you right now, Lonnie. Lonnie, it's me and you right now. Stop, Lonnie. No one else is here. This is why
I will not be silenced. I will not be silenced.
This is why your false equivalencies never work. You said Naruto Rasengan. Yes, you're right. I said, hey, Naruto, this technique is called Rasengan. He doesn't have to fucking name it. Like, he doesn't have to. You're upset.
His domain expansion doesn't need a name. His domain expansion doesn't need a name. The main character's domain expansion.
Stop.
We can move on. The main character's domain expansion doesn't need a name, Chad.
Lonnie, Rodell, I'm gonna say this one last thing. We'll move on. The fact that this nigga has never done domain expansion before, he learned the base of barrier techniques and said, I'm gonna try this, and y'all want him to have a name on deck on a technique he didn't know he could
fucking have a name on deck. Thank you. On deck he had a name. He was just trying the shit. He had a name. He tried the shit for the first time. Had a name.
Wait.
We can move on.
It's not suggested that Megumi wasn't aware of his domain expansion. That's the first time we see him do it. Doesn't mean that he wait. Am I tripping? Did he say, well, you know what? I've never done domain expansion before. I've never done anything with this. He just says incomplete. That's all he said. That's all he fucking said. We know for sure. We know for fucking sure that Yuji is new to this completely. You don't know the things about Megami, what he's done with the domain expansion before this. You don't.
Everyone
know.
else. So let me get this right. Everyone else that we see use the domain expansion has the
everyone
name.
else has been doing it before.
Has his incomplete. It has a name, but
yes.
It's incomplete.
Lonnie. Whether his domain was incomplete or not, it would still be Chimera. Like, it'll be the same name. He has knowledge of the ability.
Lonnie, hold on.
He has knowledge of the ability.
Lonnie.
It's not confusing. He knows about his technique.
He has knowledge of his abilities. There's been people who used it before, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we talking about? We were talking about niggas that already use their ability, or niggas that get, hey, this technique's called use it, and they say, well, they named it. Naruto didn't fucking name Rasengan. It was a name technique already.
Passed
Are you saying he didn't name like a bunch of his Rasengans?
Rasen Shuriken.
Yeah, Rasen Shuriken. The lava Rasengan.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why?
Shit. Don't act
He
like
was using chakra styles, Lonnie. So it's called magnet style because that's the style he was using.
It's because he practiced
multi-shadow Konjutsu.
When he
we give them credit for the multi now? Is that what we're doing?
Naruto Barrage.
Are you serious?
Hey man.
Hey, Naruto Barrage on the spot.
That's a trash name, bro. You tell me he went home and that's the name he stuck with?
You literally could have gone, I'm him. And I would have been
Lonnie, you being nasty, bro.
Lonnie, this is nasty as hell.
I'm tired of hearing people talk about what has changed JJK into a 10 or a 9 out of 10.
You talking about an attack?
You don't know what you want. Little minuscule details, and they'll say that takes away from everything else that we were given. What does a name?
Like being great and
what
being
is in a name? What is in a name? It's not that important. And it makes sense for his character.
We talking
and
about
he didn't even know if it was really a domain. Like when they were talking about the domains, it's like I think this is a domain. I don't know.
Bro, this is so unserious, bro.
On a lesser tip, before we do move, I think domain expansion itself, like that title, is going to age like wine. I think since we got Bankai, there hasn't been another anime that's been able to replicate that kind of one-liner, very iconic. I think JJK is going. People gonna be saying domain expansion when we're like 40. I guarantee it.
Go ahead and cook, Miles.
I agree. I just wish. I think domain expansion is obvious. I 100% agree. Like I thought about the same thing not too long ago. I was like, domain expansion is the new age Bankai, not on the same level, but it is the new age Bankai. No, I'm not selling. You're not selling me there. Not selling me that one.
No, look at my IG bio. It's literally Mahito's domain. I love the names. I think domain expansions are dope.
Plus, the cool, like the hand signs are just too. It's simple. It's effective.
All of us, yo.
I know, but there are so many different Bankais, and also it's like you also have to say Bankai certain.
Yo, we done with the 90s, bro.
I knew it. I didn't want to.
We done with the 90s. Stop on.